Hi, this is Anne Rossley with Baird Warner coming to you with this month's Chicago housing market update. Each month, I bring to you an update on what's going on with the lakefront communities. And by that, what I mean is this: South Loop to Rogers Park, those communities along the lakefront, and then those immediately west. Westtown, Bucktown, Wicker Park, Logan Square, Roscoe Village, and Lincoln Square. So let's take a look first at single family homes. In August, 100 single family homes closed. That was up significantly from last year's August, where 79 closed, and is similar to previous months, except for the COVID communities that you see in the tan. 73 homes in August went under contract. That's lower than the previous months, but certainly higher than last year's number of 54. Single family homes for sale, 242 is the lowest August we've seen in 5 years. And we currently have 3.1 months of inventory on the market. And what that means is 3.1 months is what it'll take to sell out all the inventory currently for sale, given the current rate of sale. The median sales price for a single family home right now is $1,330,000. That is down a little bit, but as you can see from the tan block in the middle, where we had the huge increase during COVID, it has certainly increased over the last 10 years. Just for grins, I wanted to take a peek at showings. Showings per listing every month. And here in August, 3.7 showings was the average for every single family currently on the market, whereas it takes currently 9 showings to get a contract. Let's take a peek at attached. And by attached, what I mean is co-ops, condos, and townhomes. Closed August, 933. That is up over the last 2 years for the month of August. 707 are currently under contract. That also is up for the last 2 months of August, however, down from the year before that. Currently, 2,303 condos, co-ops, townhomes are for sale. That is the lowest August for the last several years. Currently, there are 2.8 months worth of attached properties on the market, and the sales price, median sales price for attached right now is $437,000. That is an all-time high. Okay, let's look at year-to-date numbers. So far, 7,311 attached properties have closed. That's down slightly from last year, and that, of course, was down significantly from the year before that. In terms of single family homes, we're actually up year to date from last year. First time we've seen a positive increase in a while. This chart shows foot traffic. Now, in general, foot traffic is a more current look at what you can expect the market to bring. If we're looking at pendings or closed, we're looking in the rear view mirror. Let me do it this way. We're looking in the rear view mirror, but this is only through July. So far, we've been looking at numbers through August. This is a July number. It's an index. It's not a percentage, but it's normed to January of 2014. And so while we had a high this year of 214 index, we're down 20% from the previous month. But we're certainly tracking ahead of the national numbers of 139. Happy news, mortgages. We are currently at 6.35% according to Freddie Mac. And you can see the little green arrow. This is the lowest been in the last 12 months. The chart below shows the last 3 years, but we're certainly in a very positive trend in terms of affordability. Rents. The median rent in Chicago is $22.50 as of September 12th, 2024. It's down from last month, but ahead of previous year in August, or through September 12th, rather. All right, in terms of average rents, this chart shows the median rents based on the number of bedrooms. So $22.88 is the median rent price for a 1-bedroom, $29.38 for a 2-bedroom. These numbers are down over the last 30 days. However, they're up versus last year. Now let's look at neighborhoods. The most expensive neighborhood to rent an apartment in is the Loop at $34.04. The most reasonably priced, shall we say, is Uptown at $18.75. Now, if you compare this to national averages, because we have gone down over the last month, we traded places with Washington, D.C. We are now the 11th most expensive metro market in the United States. So we're certainly more affordable than 10 other places. All right. That's it for this month. I'm Anne Rossley with Baird Warner. If I can help you in any way, talk about what's going on in your situation, help guide you to what you need to know to make the best choices for your real estate portfolio, please reach out. Let's connect.